the large rock man, smiling as
Ooh.
you walk in the door.
Hello, we'd like to buy some rations in bulk. Please?
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
He talks very slowly.
How many rations are we buying, guys?
You're looking for rations?
Bulk.
Yes,
Bulk.
my darling. Do you have any rations in stock?
I've been keeping a large stock as your council seem to be frequent customers.
Yes.
That's
Now, how much
How
would it be for all of
many?
it?
Rations. Are you all
Buying
looking
Wow.
to purchase
as much as you have.
today?
As much as you have.
As much as I have?
Yeah, what you have in store right now. All of it.
T-Glen!
Oh my god.
And there's a good 5-minute pause before another Oresian comes out from the kitchen.
Oh no.
Yes, Jorgen? How many ration do we have in stock today? And the new one that's coming out of the kitchen says, "Well, I'm not certain what the
Okay, look, guys, take
exact
your time. Do not worry.
total is, but I could count them
Yeah, take your time.
No.
if you'd like." Jorgen. Jorgen says, "That would be excellent, since the council desires to buy all the rations that we have."
You know what, guys? Take your time.
The other Oresian goes, "Okay,"
God damn
and
it.
he slowly walks back into the kitchen. And Jorgen turns to you all and smiles. "Would you like to take a seat?"
Sure. Now Kalef's stuck inside.
Sure, we'll be sitting over here. Take your time.
"Oh, I'm sorry, but that table is reserved. If you wait right here, I'll send someone to show you to a empty table."
Why do you guys keep telling him to take his time?
Well, you guys keep on rushing him to say it. You gotta wait. Yes, that'd be fine with us.
And 20 minutes later, another Oresian comes out and leads you to a table.
Oh yeah, this is definitely, it's definitely rushing.
I have things to do.
like
Levitica
we're
definitely
trying
did
to
not doze off in the middle of waiting.
2 hours later, the Oresian that was working as your waiter comes back. And he says that they've counted all of the rations. And we are aware you would like to buy all of the rations.
Yes.
Excellent. That will be 80,000 gold, please.
Wow. How about half of them?
Well, I'll let Jorgen know.
No.
He'll have to do
No.
Why'd you ask for all of them?
I
some
thought I
math.
could afford it.
No, even I saw that coming.
I had 80,000.
Kalef left before the 2 hours.
And the waiter region goes to Jorgen, and there's some they talk amongst themselves, and he comes back and he says, "We'll have to
Oh, no.
reportion them for you."
Oh no. Oh no.
That's
And
fine.
it's another 2 hours before the waiter comes back.
Oh, yes.
All right. We have reportioned half of the rations that we have. 60,000 gold, please.
That's not half of 80,000.
It's
No,
bulk, you buy it less.
but since you were buying in bulk, Jorgen was giving a discount per ration bought.
Am I still getting a discount?
Let me ask.
Oh,
No. We can. I can pay for it.
Kalef is just gone.
I'll be sending payment to you.
All right. You guys gained 70,000 rations.
And how much? It was 60,000, right?
Yep.
Okay, I can subtract 60,000 gold. I'm free. We're broke, guys.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to tell Jorgen that we are retiring.
Oh shit, no!
Oof, good job, guys.
And
What
the
happened to
Oresian waiter goes back to the counter, and you see them, all three of them, the Oresian that had counted the rations, the waiter that had sold you them, and the guy behind the counter. They all get little party hats out. They put them on their head, and they go "Yay!" as they launch out a little bit of confetti from poppers. And then as you guys leave, you can see one of them turning around the open sign to say "Closed forever."
What happens to the rest of the rations?
They'll probably get sold off or they'll keep them.
They'll liquidate them. You guys literally bought out their restaurant.
I want this building. I'm back.
No,
Why not?
I paid for it.
The
This
council
is
starts
mine.
running a restaurant on the side.
I like the sense
Oh,
of inflation
now I can
that we
begin
just caused in the
I want
market.
to claim this.
I don't mind running a cook place. I can run it better than ours. Fucking asshole orc.
I would like to, just to
Excuse
let
me?
y'all know, to probably not eat anything Levitica makes.
Lord, Kalef.
Probably
Okay,
a
we
bad...
have seven.
All right,
We have a million
rations are
rations.
done. Rations are done now. Earl, you wanted to have Kalef been recruiting some people, right, for your spy network?
It was either whatever was easier for you. It was either hunting down like a low-level bounty person or searching for recruits.
It's probably better for you to do the bounty since you're not actually in charge of the nation's spy network yet. You have to, you guys have to talk to Felt about Kalef replacing her. She has let you know that she's been hinting at the fact that she wants Kalef to replace her because she prefers to do actual spy work than the organization of everything.
Uh-huh.
So,
Right now, Kalef's main concern is getting recruits for the Assassin's Guild.
Yeah, that's essentially what you'd be running. Like the Assassin's Guild would be paired with the spy network.
Yeah.
And you can hunt down a few low level bounties, and you make like a total of 300 gold after you bring in several people. There's one guy you catch that is a bounty
wait. So are the bounties like alive or dead?
dead or alive most cases.
Okay, for ones you know, if my power kicks in, if yes, then I kill them and bring them in. If no, I bring them in alive.
There was one that you started tracking that when you caught him, his bounty was for dead only. It doesn't pay out if you bring him in alive, but when you look at him, he doesn't deserve vengeance.
Then I wouldn't have killed him.
But do you bring him in anyways? He's a citizen of your nation.
What'd he do? They normally say
the bounty just says he's wanted for personal reasons. Bounties in this world work in the fact that anyone can take out a bounty on anyone, and bounty hunters kind of work in between the law.
I would have so I would have approached him in a way that made it seem like I was there to kill him, but then I would have let him know that there are people that are going to be coming after him, but he doesn't deserve to die.
Oh shucks, you don't have to worry about old Trigger. I already know plenty of people.
Oh shit, it's Trigger.
It's Trigger.
Yes. God damn it.
Garbage.
It's Trigger. There was a bounty paid out on Trigger for 70 million gold.
That's a lot of gold.
That is a lot of gold, but it's only dead.
Yep, I'm not killing him.
Fair enough.
I'm like, the best way to cancel a contract is to cancel the person who put the contract out, right?
Well, that's the thing. You see, I am a bounty hunter too, Kalef, and I was paid out by those people who were paid me to kill Valentin Dolk.
Oh.
And when I got arrested by your nation after agreeing to fake Valentin's death with him, they must have done realize that I ain't killed Valentin Dolk.
Oh.
So they've been fixing to put the Dolk out on me. And he looks at you and grins and shoots you finger guns as if he just told a really funny joke.
Okay. And I would have left.
Whoa. As you go to leave, he grabs on your sleeve.
I pull out my dagger.
Well, listen, and he lets go of your sleeve. But puts his hands up, spread like hands up in the air. Okay. Listen, Kalef, buddy, friend, Palomino.
I have very little friends.
Palek, if we want to say your name backwards. Let's simmer down a little there. There's no need to get a little sharp around the edges. And he nods at your dagger.
Okay. Puts dagger away.
I like that one. That one was better.
Now listen here, okay, my boy? Let's you and me work together to find these people,
Sure.
We'll be like partners. You can be my deputy.
No.
I'll be your deputy.
We'll just be two individual bounty hunters working together.
That works too. Now, I'm Lady Stetet's bounty hunter. I mean, retainer.
Oh
but
no.
I don't want to really bother her with, my personal issues that were from before she took me on, because she's a sweet gal. A little off-kilter, but sweet nonetheless.
Kalef's just speechless.
You look harder than a rusty nail.
Yeah.
And with twice the chips to boot. You got spurs in your soul, Kalef, is what I'm trying to say.
Earl is dying. Kalef really wants to stab him.
And well, you got connections among the lowest of the low and the lawlessness of the lawless. I got connections a little higher up on the ladder. Right, partner?
Continue. Okay.
So I'm thinking, you help me track down these people in the purple robes who is looking to put the fixin' on my head and to give me the trigger. And he waits again.
Finger guns.
And I help you look for this rat you're looking for.
Sure.
All right. Now listen, can you take these handcuffs off my feet?
Wait, what?
I'm guessing you-
handcuffs on his feet?
Yeah, you caught him at some point, right? So you would have trussed him up.
Oh, yeah. I guess I'll let him go.
All right. Is anyone else doing anything in the city?
Nah. Whoa. Oh wait, no.
I
Asuka's not.
meant to ask you about something later about when we were in Kolvera when I first played.
Yeah, hit me up.
You said I made like 300 gold, you said?
Yep.
Perfect.
Are you sending them a letter through the encoded way that you know, Wade?
Well, yeah, I've been doing that for a while, and I never got any response back.
Yeah, you still get no response back.
I'll ask Kalef about sending some spies out there for me. Can is the spy hey Kalef. Kalef, sorry. Finger guns.
Trigger finger guns.
How's that spy guild running for you?
I haven't recruited anyone yet for the assassins,
For
Guild.
assassins, that's what it was.
and I have not had time, or I don't think I've seen her around. What is her name? Lady Felt. So I don't know how your guys' spy network is going.
Lady Felt's present at all the council meetings.
Oh, okay.
He just doesn't
Well-
pay attention to Felt.
I don't pay attention to her unless it's time to kill her.
Well, when you get recruiting, I have a contract for you. Just let me know when you're ready.
I mean, you can give me the contract, and I'll see to it myself. But once I do get the guild up and running, you can hand it over to the people who I'll have. I'm not gonna have them start doing contracts once they start training. That's gonna take a little bit for them to be mission ready.
Are you guys talking in the council room?
Yeah, sure.
I
Then-
guess.
Then Felt is nearby, and she says, "Well, I would like Lord Kalef take over my work, Lady Dinora. For now, I am still in charge of the spy network. If you let me know where you'd like me to send a few spies, I'll have to redirect them from their tracking of vermin, but I think I can afford one or two to look into a personal request, as long as it's not too complex."
Well, and I kind of like bring her in close. Well, you see, back when I was in Kolvera before I was brought here, I was introduced to some fellows, rebel army, you might say. They recruited me as one of their leaders, and I gotten a few notes from them here and there, but lately they haven't been sending me any encoded messages.
Ah, yes, I'm actually acquainted with the people that you speak of. They were captured and executed 3 weeks ago. Down to the last man, I believe.
All right.
However, I do have some contacts in the new movement that's starting in Kolvera. These movements happen quite regularly, actually. You'd be surprised. There are always anti-royalists in Kolvera that spring up, get a bit of momentum, but the second any of them getting too strong, the Emperor stops tolerating them.
Mhm.
Since do not doubt that he is ever not aware of their presence. The Emperor is aware that dissidents will always happen. It's only once they gain too much momentum that he actually steps in and takes action. I believe that, actually, in this case, them contacting you was the catalyst that caused the Emperor to take action in this case. But don't worry, I'd scrubbed any information involving your name with the rebels.
All right.
Meaning that although the Emperor knew they were communicating with someone out of country, and that is why he took action, he's not saying which country it was, and I've taken great pains to make it look like it was Haldaria's spy network that were contacting the rebels instead of yourself, Lady Dinora.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty good work there, Lady Felt.
All right.
Thank
at
you,
some
Lord.
point,
You must remember, too, that when I originally came to Sancti, I was working for Kolveran, so I still hold much sway with them, as they believe that I am still working for them rather than you. So it's very easy for me to turn aside accusations directed at your nation.
well, Lady Felt. Pardon me.
Delightful, Lady Dinora.
Thank you. At some point, Asuka and I would like to talk to you about these movements.
If you'd like to fund one, I can work my hardest to make certain that they gain momentum without appearing as if they've been gaining momentum. However, that would take a large amount of resources and would completely turn me away from my search of vermin.
I can also help you lend some resources to some of my sailor buddies back in the day when we were smuggling.
That would help greatly. However, you need to understand, we can really only carry out one large-scale operation at a time.
No, yes,
Whether
of course.
it's chasing after vermin, or if it is weakening the Emperor of Kolvera's power.
Don't worry.
I mean, our spy network is always working at that. However, we only are able to chip at the edges of the Empire and unable to make any real change apart from slowing their growth. To strike directly in their heart with a coordinated rebel movement inside their nation, that would take much arrangements.
Mm-hmm. No, this will take some time to set up with this, my smuggler friends as well. We used to smuggle people in and out all the time of Kolveran, so...
By then, I believe Lord Kalef would have taken over my network. And I'd be working on the ground, or perhaps working as one of his retainers.
No worries. This is not time-sensitive at the moment, just something to look upon.
Excellent. Lord Kalef, did you have need of me for any other reasons? The dark skin... Sorry?
What? What'd you say? The dark skin?
No,
what?
you first.
Oh. In your passings through the city, take no much time, but as little time as possible. If you see any people who show exceptional, how do you say, dexterity, or people that are able to pickpocket things very well, I'm sure that you're able to perceive things.
Lord Kalef?
Yes?
It is the council room here. We all know what you are trying to arrange. If you're looking for people of murderous talent, I already have a list of dossiers prepared for you.
Alright, I'd like to see them at some point.
Excellent.
Also keep an eye out for... There bound to be children who start their own small gangs. Keep eyes out for that as well.
As you wish, Lord Kalef. That is not a venue that I had considered. I will look into it. And the dark-skinned woman curtsies deeply, her many rings and jewelry rattling a little as she does, before she turns and saunters off.
The saunter.
This is the most I've ever been involved in a council meeting, and probably the only time. Alright, that's all I cared about.
So where are you guys dragging me off to today?
Your destiny. Let's go.
Damn it.
So, I think you guys are only going to be able to get 1 to 2 maps done out of everything today. But
That's
we'll
fine.
see. You guys might blow through them.
How many rations will it take?
You have 70,000 now. I'm never making you count rations again.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
I'm assuming that forever you're going to have enough rations, and when you're out, you'll just spend the pathetic amount of money it'll take you to get more.
Well, now I'm considering buying the restaurant and starting a restaurant chain there.
I mean, they retired, so the building's probably like.
No, it's vacant. Yeah, obviously. That's what I'm
Well,
intending to do.
So
Though.
we
you guys-
just played it.
Your city actually has more vacant buildings than you do people.
Yeah. So
Like, you
we
guys,
need to get
you
our own
guys
building,
essentially
really.
live in a ruined super city that you have claimed back one section of so far. You guys could literally just walk like into a random house and be like, "This is mine now," and then fix it up yourselves.
Oh, Kalef's gonna do that.
I mean, I'm gonna take the People's Restaurant because it's called the People's Restaurant.
Yeah, the whole joke was supposed to be it was, what's the rock cooking? Because they were rock
Yeah,
people.
no, I understood that joke a while back.
Is Jorgen
Yeah.
still gonna do the omelet competition?
Yep, Jorgen will still run the omelet competition.
Nice.
And if you want to buy the building, you'll have to talk to Tarvin.
Oh yeah. Can we ask Tarvin how construction is going?
Yes.
We should start picking stuff.
Yes, Lady Stet, construction's been going very well lately. We have a bustling marketplace. The forge has been finished. The lake is cleaned. New shops are opening up. We have several blacksmithies, several kitchens. We have many things. What is it that you'd like me to start us building next?
Well, we'll have to consult with the rest of the council, I'm assuming, since I'm sure Asuka probably has some ideas in mind, as well as the other council members, so we'll probably come back to you on that.
Excellent. Thank you, milady. And the little girl sitting on his lap says, "Thank you, milady," out loud, and points at you with a little, scepter that she's holding.
They bow and say, "Anything for you, my princess."
The little girl, Tawny giggles. Is there anything else anyone needs to do in the city before you leave?
No.
No.
All right. Let me just check where you're going to be going. Can you send me the updated map with their path, Tal?
Fine. Fuck. I have to scroll all the way up.
Oh, hush, you.
Purple. I make my favorite route to purple.
Updated. I wanted to see what you guys had explored previously in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hang on.
You can talk to Yolanda right now, Aziz, if you'd like.
I haven't really thought about what I want to ask, so I'll
And if
hold off on that.
if you want to speak to an NPC outside of a session, tag me while you type in the Godmaker IC.
Alright.
That is updated. I didn't draw in the ones from yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
That should have just been the first two hexes.
All right. So, are you guys still going that same route?
Yeah?
As far as I
Yeah.
know.
Okay, hold on. Okay. So, you guys move up. Are you passing through the abandoned fort, or how are you getting into the first hex? Are you going through the abandoned fort or the hex above it?
I think it would be better to just go through the road hex.
Well, the road hex leads into the fort,
Yeah,
meaning that you guys.
I mean
separate
that
the road.
first hex.
Okay.
The one on top. But I don't know what you guys think. If you wanted to check out the fort area.
I don't mind any. At that point, it's just a flip of a coin for me.
It's not really necessary right now, is it?
I mean, that's why, because I don't know if you guys wanted to check it out right away or not.
Probably not. The other group already checked it out, and we'll probably send some people out here to see like if we can turn this into a base out here.
Okay, so I guess we're going through the hex to the north.
Okay. So, you guys go to the north, and you head up the road that way, but you quickly separate from the road and lose track of it. And it's by the time that you get into that hex that you're going to start exploring that you find the need to rest. Let me put on... Now, everyone roll me a perception check, too. You guys can roll me 3 perception checks each. Everyone who got higher than a 21, every time you got higher than a 21,
Levitica.
you notice that there are always bees around you in your travel.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright.
I bring it up to the people who didn't roll high enough that, hey, we're still being followed by the bees.
Bees? Not the bees!
Not the bees! No! Ah!
Who is going to get wood tonight?
Not me.
And was it
That
Kalef or Dinora? I don't remember.
I think Dinora was cooking.
Kalef?
Firewood. Assuming we have firewood.
Sure.
Let's go, Scout.
I'm probably gonna say...
Both of you roll me perception and then survival.
Ooh.
Perception or survival?
Yep. Well, no, both.
Do I still need to roll survival?
Yeah, roll me survival.
Aww.
So that one. Didn't let one tell.
Nah.
Stet.
Hmm.
Your perception. You notice that the bees have been increasing in volume and how many there are. And you manage to decide with Kalef to leave gathering wood once you've already gathered enough, but before you gather extra, sort of a thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And you leave before the concentration of the insects becomes any greater. And you return to the camp. Dinora,
Da-da-da.
you're gonna cook, right?
Yeah. Survival?
Yes. Yeah, you cook a great meal.
Nice touch with the background music, by the way.
Thank you.
So I could just barely hear them.
Perfect. Dinora,
Yeah.
you cook an amazing meal. Who's on first watch?
First watch, assuming we have firewood, Aziz, Dinora, and Stet.
Okay, so Levitica, Kalef, and Ren are going to sleep.
I
Yep.
mean, does Levitica want to hang out with us? Because she can.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. We got 4 people.
I also am
Sorry.
not.
What? Whoever's not on watch, what tents are you sleep?
I'm gonna sleep with Levitica.
Nobody sleeps alone.
Levitica! Mom!
I'm just following you,
No.
man.
I thought Levitica was gonna keep watch with us.
No.
I mean, I can, but I was planning on not.
No,
doing
I don't
so
wanna.
since-
I don't wanna sleep with Caleb.
Fine.
The murder in his eyes.
Mom, come here. Mom.
If you don't want to sleep with Kalef, then you can sleep with me, Ren.
Well, we have to sleep. We can't
Yeah,
let him sleep alone either.
You all have to. You all have to sleep in the same fucking tent.
Well, you just need to suck it up then, Ren.
Well,
Just
as long as I have
in the
you.
middle.
Levitica is a brick house. A brick wall.
She's a
The-
I also was not planning on keeping watch the entire night since I would not be. I don't.
Yeah,
I don't think that would benefit us at all.
You can sleep
So-
all the time if you want.
Kalef,
Yeah.
as you open the flap to your tent, you realize that covered floor to ceiling, the
Bees.
inside of the tent
Bees.
is crawling with bees.
Hey, can I roll a reaction knowledge on this shit?
Oh yeah, sure. It's knowledge nature that you'd want to be rolling.
Fuck bees.
Okay.
Sweet
Nat
Jesus.
20.
The bees are under the influence of the bee man, and he is close.
Beam.
He will come tonight. He wants you all to be tired when he does.
He wants us
As
all
you
to
open up
be-
the flaps to the other tents, you realize that they are also covered with the horrible buzzing sound of the insects.
I guess it's a good thing I don't need to lay down to sleep. I can just meditate.
You guys want to sleep out here?
Yeah, you don't have a choice.
Oh, wait. Before anything else, Levitica will make a quick nature check herself.
Mm.
And by that, I mean,
Ren,
Yes?
before you do this, Levitica,
yes.
you are aware that bees do not like smoke.
Get close to the fire.
In addition, they will not let anyone sleep. You know with your nature check that they are being controlled to not let you guys sleep, which means even at the cost of their own lives, anytime you lay down and close your eyes, a single bee will fly over and sting you. Just to keep you awake.
I relay this to the group.
They do not want you sleeping. The bee man wants you to be exhausted when he finally shows up. Whether it's to negotiate or to fight, you do not know. It wasn't even any of you who called him or spoke his taboo name. But for some reason, the creature is following your party. And he's been led away from your city. You realize that now as well. If he must be out here with you, it means he isn't terrorizing your city.
So his influence is...
His influence is his influence. He's not omnipotent. He's not Tessiarius. He's not that powerful. He's very strong, and he's like very evil and wants to destroy you all.
Oh no, evil.
But he is not Tessiarius. He's not the Void Dragon. He is something you could negotiate or fight, or he may be a horrible force.
But it doesn't mean we have to fight him.
Yes. You don't. Well, that's not what I'm trying to get at. What I'm trying to get at, though, is that if he is out here, he isn't influencing your city.
Okay, fair enough, yeah.
Meaning that while you guys are out here and he's interested in your party, your city is currently not being spied upon.
Okay.
From your tests on the way here, you can assume that the B-Man's influence is 2 hexes. So about 24 miles.
Wow.
Makes sense.
The only plan of action I have on me, well, that I can think of right now is I have exactly 3 uses of Keep Watch. And there's exactly 6 of us.
Aziz
So if
doesn't
I
need to
use
sleep.
all 3 of my spell slots, and if the B-Man is going to attack us tonight, And that's the best thing I can.
While they're discussing that, I check to see if there's any shadows out.
Aziz doesn't need it, right?
Well, yeah, Aziz doesn't need it, but like,
Aziz,
Yeah.
there are shadows, but since you've been in the mists a long time now compared to the others, you were one of the first people to come to the Mist Plains. You can recognize the shadows are not acting normally.
All right, we can probably expect something tonight. Though I don't know if it's because of the bees or something else.
The bees.
is everyone okay with my plan though?
I mean, if you're okay with using up your spell slots.
It doesn't make a difference to me. I only have them for freaking ability anyway.
Kalef can't meditate, right, Dylan?
Why can't he? Oh no, the bees will sting you if you try and start meditating.
Damn.
Does anyone else have other ideas?
I do have an idea, actually.
Ah.
Let me just look up the spell real quick. Though I don't think it's going to last long enough is the issue.
Keep watch will last throughout the entire night.
Right, but I had a different spell for in case somebody wanted to sleep.
If you were to use Keep Watch, the other 3 members of the party that you don't use it on would be fatigued for the fight.
Well, no,
Well,
I
except
can
for Aziz,
use
too.
it on 2 people, can I?
Then, yeah, whoever you don't use Keep Watch on will be fatigued.
Well, yeah, but since there's 6 of us and I have 3 uses of it, and I can hit 2 people with each of them, should be fine, right?
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's 1 creature touched per 2
Yeah.
levels.
Yeah, you'd be good.
Okay, I did the math right. Good to know.
Ren would
Yeah,
still need to sleep for 2 hours, dude.
Why would Ren still need to sleep for 2 hours?
No, I'm
The Ring
talking
of
to Martin.
Sustenance.
Yeah.
The Ring of
Oh.
Sustenance doesn't give you sleep, it gives you food and shit.
No,
Ren
it makes
doesn't
No.
need rations, essentially.
No, it also makes it so they only need to sleep 2 hours.
Yeah, it
Oh.
includes sleep as well.
Okay, but yeah.
Anyways,
What did you have in mind, though?
Aziz?
Oh, my thing only lasts a couple of minutes, so it's not going to help us.
Alright, well, in that case, I will gather all of y'all in a circle. I will use Keep Watch on all of us, just to be safe. All my spell slots have been extended, but we are fine for the night.
Okay.
None of us
Okay.
will be fatigued or exhausted.
Also,
Drink.
real quick,
Yes?
I'm just gonna post this in the Godmaker chat. Ren's extracts distribution. Blech. I think I counted right. Yes, I did.
During the first watch, you guys don't need to roll perceptions. I'm assuming you're taking 20 on every check. Like, you guys are on edge and you're staying up all night, so I'm assuming you're doing nothing but silently scanning the mists around you. The first watch that you take, the bees are just sort of around as they always were. The shadows are acting strangely, but they're not gone. The second watch, they're gone, and this time the bees crawl over all the outsides of your tent, and you can smell the sweet scent of honey faintly. Every now and then, a few of the insects will buzz over to you. How do you guys react when that happens?
Calmly, let them do their thing.
You let them do their thing?
Yeah, Ren doesn't do anything. Actually,
I guess I'll do perception in case I can cast any glimpses on them if they buzz really close. But that's about it.
I was probably gonna try to
Okay.
shake him away. Martin.
Are you waiting on me?
Yeah, I'm waiting on your
Oh,
checks.
okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. Ren, you're
I
trying to
didn't know if
wave
you had
them
something
away,
more to
right?
say.
I need to know what
Yeah.
everyone is doing. Kalef, what are you doing when bees approach you?
I mean, if they get too close, I'm going to move.
Do you clap them, like kill them, or do you just move anytime they get close?
I move anytime they get close. I'm not going to kill them.
Okay. Since normally you patrol around, they are actively penning you in, Kalef. Like, when you go that way that you're heading now, the tons of them congregate like this before you, swarming in that area. When you try going the other way away from the stools, they do the same again. That way. They're very clearly trying to pen you back in towards the stools.
Not happy.
Do you go back to the stools?
Yes.
All right. None of the bees really approach you too much because you kept moving throughout the whole time. Levitica, I need to know what you're doing.
Levitica will try and she'll try and like stand still. Like when the first bee approaches her, there's gonna be like a solitary bead of sweat that's going down her forehead.
They're allergic.
But she tries to pay them absolutely no mind whatsoever.
Okay, Aziz?
No, I'm just chilling next to the fire. If they get close, like,
General sweat, yes.
I'll just, like,
The
My
fireworks.
dog is having a nightmare.
use, basically, like, try and move some of the smoke from the fire towards them to push them back.
Ren?
Actually, Ren does sit close to the fire, but they still try to, like, kind of, they don't try to kill a bee, but they try to wave it away.
Okay. Stet?
They're gonna take out their handkerchief, and then if like bees start getting like kind of close, or if they look like they're gonna start stinging, like if they try to like land on them, then they're gonna shoo them away with a handkerchief.
Okay. Dinora, your perception check. You notice no bees are approaching Aziz. You notice that Levitica's efforts to keep still, if she continues them, she will wind up covered in bees. Because you...
Hold on!
Help me! I'm scared.
Wait.
Hold on. My dog's having a nightmare and I need to go get him real quick.
Okay.
Aw, Hoover.
It's actually Sully. Thank you very much.
Sully! That's even worse. So who's ready for Mothman?
We're gonna see. Yes.
The new Spider-Man movie looks really great, guys. I don't like how they reworked the character though.
I do. It's amazing. Shut up, Mulish. You're kicked out from Godmaker. You can never goodbye.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
So, you, Dinora, as you watch, you realize none of the bees are approaching Aziz. However, you also realize that Levitica's plan to stay still is going to wind up with her being covered in bees, as the bees around her are being emboldened by the fact that she's not doing anything to get rid of them. They're not stinging you, Levitica, and you don't really notice the fact that you're going to get covered in them because they're landing on parts of your armor that you can't see, but Dinora can.
Guys,
I relayed that information.
please help me. I don't like bees.
Levitica, with Dinora's information, what do you do? Back is essentially being covered by the insects.
Get closer to the smoke.
Turn your back to
Levitica
the
will
fire.
carefully like turn her back to the fire and begin slowly approaching it until she gets until her armor starts getting hot due to it.
Okay. Dinora, what are you doing when the bees approach you?
I'm just gonna get up, walk around, shoo him away a little bit, but no harm.
Okay. So, during your third watch, throughout your entire second watch, the insects watch you with what feels like hateful eyes. They sit outside of the length of your fire where the smoke can't really bother or touch them. On the stools that were meant for you, they congregate, forming soft carpeting. There's so many of them swarming around those areas. You can see a few of them dying from the heat that their bodies are generating. Your tents are all but gone eventually, as during the third watch soon, the mist around you is filled with the deafening buzzing of their wings. And then suddenly, The bees all stop. Their wings stop buzzing.
Enter Mothman.
None of them move.
Everyone get close to the fire.
They all watch. And from their ranks, from the mists, comes a cloaked figure.
Dad, is that you?
And Dinora, it stops before you, before the fire. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Am I seeing? Hold on. Am I seeing the equivalent of the insect demon from the Constantine movie?
It's a cloak that you see with pale hands beneath it and pale skin. You can see just the mere glimmer of a face beneath the hood.
Oh.
Hello.
Your fire is warm, and I am but a cold traveler. May I sit beside it?
I'm rolling sense motive.
Levitica's too scared to roll sense.
I don't know if all of us should roll sense motive. One of us should roll sense motive.
I can roll it. Can I get my gaze thing on this?
You better, yeah.
Cool. Hang on. I need to set
Dinora.
that up then.
Yes.
Kalef, for both of you, this person's words ring with a sense of trustworthiness, even though you know from like the and same for you, Stet. You feel like you want to trust and just believe this person, despite the fact that you know with tonight's proceedings that this must be the B-Man. You know that this must be him, and yet for some reason his voice, the sound of it, the tone, it stirs a trustworthiness in you all. A sense of belief that this man is simply but a humble traveler.
Okay. I said let him sit down. It's not worth getting worked up over.
Uh, um, I can only ask like one more question before I feel like I'd make him impatient. I'm trying to make sure I don't. Did I already roll a perception on him yet or no?
No.
All right, I want to do that real quick.
He looks like a man in a cloak. He has pale skin.
Seth's gonna say, "So, traveler, what brings you here?"
He asked us the question though.
I say let him come sit down. He might as well warm himself.
At this point, it's either yes or no, and I'm leaning more towards yes, because we can't be asking him questions at a distance. It'll just be rude.
You also can't afford making him angry.
Yeah. I offer him the seat next to me.
All right, one moment. The man in the cloak approaches you.
What kind of roll do I need to make for like smells?
I don't
As he
like
does,
this.
you all hear the the sound of chains dragging for some reason. And as you watch, with each footfall, the bees on the ground that have stopped fluttering are crunched beneath his steps in a sickening, disgusting with each step of his feet, he draws closer to your fire.
Uh,
Well, yeah, Shadowfell if he knows anything about this guy.
Evil master. Utter evil. Shadowfell's whisper is almost fearful in your head. This is what we were meant to kill, master. And Dinora, it steps by you.
Can I roll perception?
You can, yes.
Okay.
You see pale hands beneath it. But as you look underneath its hood, you see a nondescript, extremely pale and translucent face under which large bulges seem to move across its veins.
Cool.
And it steps to your fire, somewhat separate from where you all are, and holds out its pale hands to the warmth.
Wow, he just denied my seat that I offered him. I feel oppressed.
Stet asked him a question earlier.
I have come to witness.
Are you finished with your sentence? I guess that's a yes.
witness what?
Your kind. Those who stole from the Void Dragon. The thieves. Those who created this universe and all the others. The thieves.
He wasn't answering my question.
Ask it again.
No, like... Oh, gosh. I'm gonna look back behind me, by the way, and do a quick perception on the bees around us earlier.
Okay.
Just to see if there's a difference.
All of them are staring directly at you in this fire. All around you. You can't even see the grass anymore. The only thing you see is black and yellow carpeting the floor. All of them are standing still. Their wings don't beat. Their legs don't jitter. Their antennae don't so much as twitch. But they are all focused upon you.
Can I offer you an egg in this trying time?
Was that a character?
Is that what you're asking him, Aziz?
Yeah.
My thoughts are worthless. The only thing I care about is what I can never have.
Who are you?
Some of you know my name.
Dylan, if we're like listening in, can we assume that we know it?
No. There
Fine.
were they destroyed any paper with the creature's name on it.
Yeah, but they can write
and-
it down.
They did not. I was not told that anyone did, and I was told very explicitly that any paper they made was burned.
Fine.
This is something that people didn't even want written down for fear of it spreading.
The bye bye man.
They were very secretive above it. They don't want anyone in your city knowing this creature's name and risking speaking it.
Is he continuing his sentence?
No, that was it.
Your name.
Is something long given up by me, but still tied to my fate.
Oh, Dylan.
Yes.
As we're hearing him talk, can I roll a reaction knowledge?
Yes.
Can I recall knowledge this?
No.
What?
This
Why
is
not?
something. This is because this must be something that either your past self never encountered, or it happened while your past self was dead.
Oh. Oh.
I cannot have what you stole. I seek to become one of your kind. The star thieves, the Vicarian gods. You have many names, though none of you know or remember them.
More god stuff. I swear. I'm just a normal person.
Kalef.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Big yes when you look at this.
Oh, I know.
I desire your sight.
Look at what?
And he says that. Well, the cloak turns slightly to face towards you, Kalef. I desire your sensation. And the hooded cloak turns towards Dinora. I desire your relationships. And it turns to Stet.
They want the harem. Stet, run!
I desire your knowledge. Turns to Ren. I seek to feel warm again. And it looks at Aziz. And then it slowly, the head turns back to Levitica. And I seek to protect.
No.
But I have paid for my hubris. A price unending. A price unceasing and a torment that will go on for all eternity. So I come here seek. I come here offering. I come here. And as it says this, it looks directly into Ren.
Wait, can you
Looking
repeat?
to trade.
Ren visibly tenses up and glares at him. We're not making any trades.
You guys can talk. You don't need to type.
Okay.
Too bad.
No,
I
Dylan,
think
could
we
you
just
repeat?
don't want to interrupt each other.
Dylan,
could-
yes. Ren.
Could you repeat that like normally? Because you were whispering and I turned the volume up, but it was kind of hard to hear.
For which part?
The very first part. Like I heard the trade part, but there was like a sentence before that.
I
like
come
a first-
here seeking. I come here offering. Seeking to trade.
Okay. Yeah, Ren's like, no.
I'm no god like the rest of the people here. So what are you trying to trade?
No.
I can see it within you, thief. You have the lineage. You have the power. You seek to deny your fate. You seek to deny what you've done. But you are of the Star Thieves, the Vicarian. You are one of which created all. This world and all of the others. There are many of you. They go by different names in some cases. Kalef, Ulfring,
Hmm?
Fuck off.
Levitica, Aziz, Nicolina, Elias, Bowden. Many of you across all existences. You split your power and separated. I studied you for many years. I discovered the truth. And I paid for it.
Levitica sort of gulps and gets the courage to speak and sort of just says, well, if you're looking to trade that sort of knowledge, we don't want it.
So none of you wish to
Hold on.
bargain with me?
Hold on. Aziz says, "Who does this to you? Who made you pay the price for looking?"
I did this to myself to try and gain the power that you left behind. I looked for ways of divination. I peered into the future and I gazed beyond a veil of mist, beyond a curtain of time. There are things hidden in the fog. There are things that even now the mist protects you from.
Well, Mr. B-Man,
It turns to you, Dinora.
God damn it. He knows I want to make the deal. He knows I love making deals. It's in my blood. Fuck.
Well,
Stop.
Red's being like, "No, do not. We don't want any deals. Get out of our doorstep."
Does he say anything when he looks at me?
No, he just turns to you.
I offer him the seat once more.
No.
He just stares at you. And you realize his eyes are a yellow backing with dark black irises. As you finally get a look underneath the cloak.
Ooh.
Beneath his cheeks and on his cheekbones, you see strange thumb-sized lumps moving underneath his skin.
They're bees.
Oh, is this what
Aziz
happened
says-
to Nicolas Cage at the end of the movie?
Aziz says, "Were you seeking an individual power or a collective number of our powers?"
Aziz, he's turned to Dinora and very clearly ignoring you.
Damn.
Was Levitica saying something earlier?
I was just saying that I don't want to make no deals about this knowledge stuff.
I do have a question.
Child of pain.
Resisting the urge. You wish for me to make another deal.
Red's gonna step forward.
I wish you to pay a price.
How many more?
No.
I've paid so many.
One last one, child of pain.
I give. What is it? I have nothing left to do. What possibly could you take from me?
I want one of you. I want a thief. I want a Vicarian. If not one of you in your city's council, then another one.
No.
I wasn't dealing with you, child of knowledge.
Well, no lives are going to be sacrificed again.
Ren, roll me a fort save.
Huh?
Okay. Can I use inspiration on this?
You can.
But let me see if I get the option to. Let me roll my plus D10. 14.
Ren, as you open your mouth to speak, since you haven't been making perception checks to pay attention to the things around you, you suddenly find your entire head covered in the swarming mass of bees.
Then time to step close to the fire.
You can't breathe. You can't see. You can't hear. And you hurl yourself into the fire?
I don't hurl myself into the fire.
I say to him, please stop. I'm listening. Just ignore them.
Ren, as you're in the fire, the bees don't stop. They're crawling all over and fluttering their wings, and you can feel your head becoming warmer and warmer. Take 20 non-lethal damage.
Oh boy.
And Dinora, it doesn't say anything, it just looks at you.
Stop all of this right now. If you want to bargain, I will bargain.
Oh.
Is anyone else doing anything?
Well, I just said.
I know what you just said, but I'm asking if anyone else is doing anything.
Oh, perception around us.
Okay.
I want to see. I'm going to look at. Fuck. It never fucking takes off my book. I'm gonna look at what the bees are doing.
Okay. Aside from the ones trying to kill Ren.
Yes.
They've all gotten uncomfortably close to you all now. Before they were sitting on your stools where they could. Now they are all essentially, guys, there's a bee swarm in every space adjacent to you all.
Nice.
The originals. I am not interested in the fakes.
Ren, take another 20 non-lethal and 6 fire damage for standing in fire.
I didn't say I was standing in fire.
Yeah,
Okay, you
she
were
just
just
wanted to get close to the fire. Dude.
Jesus.
Okay. Then that's fine. Just take the 20 non-lethal as the bees continue to buzz, forming that seal around your head.
I look to him and say, guys, you really need to stop talking.
No, I
I look at him and say, will I have time to consider the offer like I was once given before? The same patronage is given from a demon.
How long do you think your friend has?
Aziz did a thing.
Oh, you Cloak of Winds? Sorry, what's Cloak of Winds do?
I'll send you the description of what it does.
I didn't even notice that you cast that. Sorry, Gabe.
You guys, you can't say things out loud instead of typing them, because sometimes we don't pay attention to what is being typed, you know? It's better to just say them out loud instead of typing them.
Yeah, but if he can't, or he's doing
Aziz,
something.
your spell causes the bees to no longer be attached to Ren's head, and they retreat back to the adjacent squares. Ren, you take a gasp of breath, and that non-lethal damage you've taken is all healed back.
may I say something?
Are you asking the GM, or are you asking the creature?
Oh, yes.
You may.
You say that you're going to get one of us thieves, no matter any of us say yes or no, right?
Should you say no, I will simply take from you. You may give freely, or we may fight.
Oh. Well, in that case, Levitica just crosses her arms.
I do not know if a corpse will serve my purposes, but I have tested many things in the past.
So what you're saying is you probably already have a power from a star thief.
I have nothing from the thieves. I came close, but could not succeed.
Good.
I have not the power of a god, though I seek it.
And I bet he wants me because I'm pain.
Do you say that out loud?
Yes.
I care not of what thief it is. Thief of pain, thief of justice, thief of betrayal, thief of vengeance, thief of time, thief of the moon, of the sun, of the stars. Thief of laziness, it matters not. I want one of you.
Would they die if they went with you?
It doesn't even dignify that with a response.
I'm assuming yes.
Do you say that you're assuming yes?
I'll assume that if they go with you, they'll die because they have to give you their power, which is connected to their soul.
It continues to ignore you and is staring at Dinora.
Hold on, I'm having to consider a lot of diplomacy options right now. You gotta give me a quick Chicago minute to like consider my options.
No worries, take your time. This session might be just you confronting this creature.
God!
What do you guys think so far, by the way?
Why are you exposing me? You know I like deals!
I don't like this man.
No, but like out of character, I'm asking, are you guys enjoying the session? Do you like the
Yes.
horror aspect brought back to it?
I do like it.
You guys haven't had a big horror thing that you've been able to interact with in a while. I think the last one was the time that Nicolina got kidnapped and replaced.
I mean, I'm getting really close to fighting it.
The closer you
Levitica's
get to
full ready to
fighting
fight.
it, the
If
closer
if
I'm gonna get
Jorgen
myself
thinks
up.
Fucking, he can threaten any of us. So fucking be it.
I care for my friends very dearly. What promises could I be assured?
I promise nothing. My actions will speak for me. My actions will have me remembered. My name will no longer be whispered in the dark, but spoken reverently.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna make 2 rolls real quick.
Okay. What is that sense motive for?
Just if the general aspect of trust has changed.
Again, his words. Okay, so the way that bluffing works in Pathfinder is that the less believable a story, the higher the DC, right?
Mm-hmm.
So someone holding a bloody knife standing above a dead body going, I didn't do it, would have a really hard DC to make you believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it would have to roll a super high bluff check. So right now, if this creature were lying about that, or if, let's say you rolled that 19 against what the situation I had just said, right?
Yeah.
I would boost your 19 by a certain number.
Yeah.
If, meaning that, like, in this situation, this creature is definitely up to no good. Mm-hmm. I think everyone can agree with that out of character, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. That means that your sense motive, oh yeah, you totally know it's up to no good. You're totally aware that this is likely going to kill whoever that you offer to it.
Mm-hmm.
However, again, for some reason, just deep within you, you feel like you can trust it. You feel like it's telling the truth, and you feel like everything's going to be okay.
Hey, Dinora.
Yes.
You said you care about us, right?
Yes.
Levitica then
Silence.
Pulls out her readies her shield and her trident. And I think you know what we need to do.
I really don't.
What?
Dinora's halfway to voting themselves off the island.
Yeah, I really am.
It's like if this is a tiebreaker, Dinora's voting if she votes for herself.
Hey, doesn't matter if they're still alive.
What do you mean?
I think he's asking.
Well,
Oh, you're asking that. You're asking that. Sorry.
I want the living. If I have to take from you, I will make do with the corpse. But if you wish to give me what I want, then I want the living.
Oh god, I'm gonna do like the last resort thing that I know of, and this may not end out well for me. Dylan.
Yes.
I wish to invoke the part of me that's a demon to call Tessiarius. Again.
What? Wait, what?
Oh no.
Hello?
Alright.
Dinora, ring ring. Call for a friend.
Dinora, you suddenly just start speaking in Infernal, and you can only do this a total of 3 times in your life before it insta-kills you.
Oh, I know!
What time is this?
Oh, This would be the first real time.
Okay.
The first time didn't really count because he got here before it finished.
And a cat folk in a black outfit appears directly beside Stet.
What?
And he's shaking off the bees off of his body. He says, "Oh, Arcaneth, how unpleasant to see you here."
I look over at Tessiaris and is like, "Hey, Dad."
What?
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 Not really.
I'm about to lose my fucking
Not
shit.
it.
Wait a second. This is a demon.
I see the ram is here.
Tessiarius goes, shh, shh, shh. None of that now. They don't know that. Now, why am I being called?
I raise my hand. I go, yoo-hoo! Hey.
Yes, you. What? What is it? I was extremely busy dealing with some assholes on a train. What do you want?
Well, I know you do mind, and that's kind of the point. See, it's one of those few times I need your help. Crazy, right?
You do realize that my help comes at a cost every time, right? In fact, just calling me, you already owe me.
Well, yeah, you know, I'm looking at my hand right now, and I see a little bit of fire, so I can kind of tell.
What do you want?
Guys, this is like the one time you guys can ask. I suggest you think of something too.
What the fuck?
Levitica's pretty speechless.
You guys are
I don't think I can say
okay.
anything now.
Hey, Dylan.
Yeah?
Can I do a recall knowledge on the RAM stuff?
Sure! That is something you would know about.
Oh, Christ.
Alright, would that be... well, I guess I have to pick something for myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Knowledge planes, then.
Oh, he's not.
Okay.
He's not a stranger to me.
31.
You recall a ritual capable of turning people into demons, but it involves a sacrifice of something extremely important to the person doing it. And the person performing the sacrifice was called the ram, and the ones being sacrificed were called the sheep.
Oh,
However,
no.
with your knowledge, you know that this hasn't been done in millennia. And judging by how the bee-man, who you now know whose real name is Harkaneth, referred to Tessiarius that he was the only one to ever actually successfully complete it, or to have it done to him or not, something, you know that Tessiarius was the last person to be involved in this ritual. Whether or not he was like a demon overseeing it, the ram involved in it, one of the sheep involved in it, you don't know. You know that he was involved with it somehow, though. Okay?
Okie dokie.
Having Rems around is always great, because then I get to expound on backstory.
Hell yeah.
Does nobody have questions?
What am I
Questions for
even
who?
supposed to ask?
I mean, the
just
group told Stet not to talk to Tessiarius last time.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Tessiaris is constantly talking to me, so.
Wait, who are we asking?
Oh, just, you know, Tessiaris.
Dinora?
Oh, yeah.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Tessiaris. I call him Dad.
Why?
Long story. So,
We're gonna have a
Tessiaris.
long talk after this about what the fuck you just did.
So Tessiaris, I just had a question.
All right.
I know. Big deal. I was simply wondering, Do you know what's gonna happen to me if I go with him?
Yes, he will kill you and infest your body with bees.
All right.
If that wasn't obvious, then what?
No,
Why
it was
would you
obvious.
call
But
me-
look. All right, we're smart here. If you haven't noticed, as I point to Levitica, she doesn't understand. I needed someone of importance to state this matter.
Hey, don't. I'm not dumb.
See, normally I love showing up at random and fucking with you all, but as mentioned, I'm pretty busy, and I just had to wrap up a very important deal based off of a coin flip
Uh huh.
that I intentionally lost in order to be able to get my grubby hands on some certain things. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to get back to that.
All right. Catch drinks with you later.
No. There's like a little poof of fire, and the cat folk is gone.
Great. All right. That answers my question.
All right, you have 2 more uses of that.
Oh,
Wait.
yeah, I know.
Wait, you called on Tessiarius just to ask that?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Levitica's not even upset, you know? Man? Not even upset about that. I didn't call Dinora an idiot. That's mean. She called me an idiot.
That's what he said.
Yeah.
Aziz is wondering if he could just pass Dinora off to Jorgen and be like, "Yo, got a cure for stupidity yet?"
It's nighttime, dude. Like, oh, it's bad at nighttime for Dinora.
On an out of character level, guys, we've been dealing with this for quite some time.
I know.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Now's the time to decide if you're going to fight or what you're going to do.
I don't want the door to die.
You know what? I'm gonna take care of this. Not gonna say your name, but I will hunt down another star thief, and you just gotta give me a way of getting you to them so you can have them.
You have 1 month.
And
Bees will tell me.
And Kalef,
mm-hmm.
what is your CMB? CMB. CMB. Sorry, CMD. D.
D.
Yep.
Yeah.
21.
Okay.
Earl, are you okay with some body horror happening to Kalef?
I mean, go ahead.
Okay. Anyone who is not okay with body horror, the content involves a shit ton of bees and holes.
Oh no.
Sweet.
Gross.
I'll catch you in a hot second, Dylan.
Thank you. Feel free to move yourselves down to Hero Factory. The text, not the text chat, but the speaker chat. I will come down there and get you when you're done. When it's done.
Uh-oh.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and
Sweet.
1. All right.
Hold
Earl.
on.
Yeah.
The creature surges forwards and grapples your hands, pinning you down onto the stool that you're on.
Under the
rest-
stool? Or onto the stool?
Onto the stool. The rest of you, from that line that I've drawn, a wall of buzzing insects blocks your view. Kalef, you see the face of this creature inches away from your own. And then you see the skin dissolve as the illusion it was wearing vanishes. And you see there was really nothing under the cloak the whole time,
It was
apart
just-
from a swarm of bees.
Yep. Do it.
Ha! I was right.
In a column as thick as my forearm,
Ooh, that's pretty thick.
they buzz forwards into your open, screaming mouth,
Oh.
flowing down your throat as more crawl into your nostrils and into your ears. And your head is filled with buzzing and pain and horror and torment as thousands upon thousands of these small hive creatures begin just flowing into you, and you can feel them crawling beneath your skin. You can see bulges on your veins underneath your arms and in your neck. You can feel their skittering, their buzzing of their wings fluttering under your skin. And then it stops. And the creature and the bees are gone.
Okay.
Hey guys.
And Kayla,
Mm-hmm.
apart from a quiet, almost silent, low zzz in the back of your head, you feel no different.
Perfect.
And all of you hear,
The bees will tell me when you've completed your goal. Let me know when you have a sacrifice, or else you will become my vessel.
All right, now that's done. Let's get moving. We have a long month ahead of us.
You're
No, I would have
disgusting.
preferred to fight him. Like, no.
and the sun rises. Good morning, party? Question mark?
I mean, Dinora's fucking distraught right now.
Starts walking 30 feet ahead of everyone.
Ren doesn't even follow him. They're just like,
Hey, look on the
Nope.
bright side. At least we're not fatigued.
Oh yeah, no, you're all fatigued.
But
Wait, why are we?
None of you got to sleep.
keep watch.
Keep watch.
Oh yeah,
Yourself.
keep watch. Herp derp, you're good.
Yeah.
Plan for
Do you guys need a moment to digest that?
Nope.
I'm always good to go.
Everybody earns. Well, actually,
Holy-
Kalef, I'm only giving this to you.
Oh.
Oh
You earned 6,400 experience, Kalef.
no.
What the fuck?
6,400?
Yes.
Now, to find out where I put that. There it is. Okay.
Okay.
Now we're off. Caleb seems very eager to get going.
Ren seems very eager to not follow Caleb.
Earl, on an out of character level, like, you got a month.
I know.
Otherwise, Kalef is gonna insta die, okay?
Oh, I know.
Is it a month out of character?
It's a month in character.
Okay.
So it's even less time.
that's like 2 sessions.
Not a lot.
Boy.
Okay.
Or if you think it's more fair, Earl, we can do a month out of character.
I mean, either way for me, it doesn't really matter because it's hard for me to get sessions.
Let's call it 4 sessions that you attend then. Sound good?
Fine.
That's a month out of character and more than that in character. Sound good?
Done good.
We will retcon for the timeline that Harkenneth said to be whatever timeline Earl has after 4 sessions he attends. Is everyone okay with that?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a little like wonky, but it's not going. It's what we have to do to make certain that like he actually has a chance
Yeah.
to complete this without just
I mean, like,
fucking him.
work in military, like that's what fucks me the most.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck you on an out of character level based on like shit like that. Like this is a challenge that I want you to complete in character. I don't want you to feel like you have to sacrifice between your real life or your character dying. That's not very fair, and that's not the kind of experience that I want to cultivate with my games.
All right. Well, let's get traveling.
Mm,
Sorry, it's been I need a moment. It's been a while since I've written such an intense horror scene, and that took a lot out of me.
Okay.
So can you guys give me like 5 minutes?
In fucking deed.
Oh, thank you. I don't do well with horror, and Jesus Christ, that was scary.
So,
That may have been one of the scariest things I've written.
so real quick question.
Real quick answer.
When Kalef looks at Dinora,
Does
yes or
Dinora-
no?
No, Dinora does not deserve vengeance.
Okay, just making sure. I didn't think so. Just had to make sure.
Did you ever ask about Stet?
Nope.
Well, it's a good thing you don't need to, because Stet deserves extra vengeance.
On a scale, okay, on a scale of like,
1
Dinora
to
to
Ren.
Stet. I
On
mean,
a
Dinora to
scale
Ren.
of
Scale of 1 to Ren.
On a scale of 1 to Ren, you're like at more than Nicolina level, but not at Ren level.
Dude, I'm a living
so is
contradiction.
Nicolina more than half?
Nicolina's like more than half.
Bro,
Okay.
I'm a living contradiction, don't worry.
Damn, Stet! Damn!
That's so lucky that Kalef just relaxed.
So, it's my charm.
Obviously.
All right,
I'm
Dinora.
I'm glad I was able to expose that ability finally. I never thought I'd be able to use that.
A lot was exposed.
Oh, I mean, I thought everybody knew.
No! Not at all!
Yo, yeah, I'm like,
To be fair, Dinora's very open about everything.
Not
Bro,
about summoning her demon dad!
Dad. Is that
Hey,
you?
She
Dad.
even fucking calls him dad!
And
Daddy
if
Arias.
you didn't know by now,
Daddy
then you
Arias.
haven't been paying attention.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm like
no
a demon.
I know the
Dinora
demon
basically
part, I didn't know the
introduces-
Tessiarius part.
Oh.
Dinora basically introduces themselves as the demon's child.
I mean, we knew that
I mean,
part,
yeah.
Yeah, but the
Like,
Tessiarius
but
part.
yeah, that
There's
part's
a-
a little bit less obvious.
There's been another demon
Oh.
introduced already.
Tessiarius can't, like, the thing is, sorry, oh yeah, we're just out of character right now. Tessiarius really has only the connection to me because he really wants me, but he has no real influence over me compared to the power of the tree that controls me.
Okay, see.
So I
that's
can
what-
I can invoke him because he is he is the demon, Lord King, etc., but the demon tree and him are at constant odds, and it's just like, your soul's like right there and I can take it, but I can't.
He's like Beetlejuice. If you say his name, well, it's three
Three
times
times,
instead of
yeah.
5, but, if you say his name 3 times, you die!
Yeah.
So it's less Beetlejuice and more like Biggie Smalls.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And you invoked him to ask a question you already knew the answer to.
No, I did not know the answer to.
Oh.
You definitely
Oh.
knew the answer.
No, I
Okay.
that's
Dinora thought they were going to go out for tea and crumpets.
no, okay, really?
They're gonna go on a
That's
on a date.
so
Don't you mean bee and crumpets?
I'm just gonna ignore you guys now.
I'm sorry, wait.
No, you're so not sorry.
I'm a little bit sorry.
No, you're not.
You can explain yourself.
I'm fine. I don't want to explain myself anymore.
Aw.
Petition to rename Tessiarius to Daddy Arias, by the way.
Daddy Arias.
Tessiarius is my daddy. I can't hear Dylan.
Dylan, you sound like you're eating bees.
I'm not actually here, so that's weird that I sound like I'm eating bees. I was upstairs and coming down the stairs when I overheard you.
Daddy Arias!
Yeah.
Yes.
Tessie Daddy.
I feel like
Oh, the
despite the
Tessie.
drama with Dinora,
Sorry, guys. I worked really hard on writing that horror thing, so I'm glad that it went over as long as it did. I'm sorry if it was a little long.
I'm glad I gave you some improv.
It did. It definitely got Dinora and Kalef involved in new stuff. I'll put it like that.
I mean, I've told you what you need to do to get me involved, but you never do it.
I mean, I forget.
probably keep notes.
Sorry, I'm like, my heart is going a mile a minute. I didn't expect that to affect me like that. This creature was created off of something that I always had nightmares about as a kid. Like, I used to have really bad night terrors until I learned how to lucid dream. So that was holy shit.
At least I was right on my assumption that it's the same as the insect demon from Constantine.
Did you guys like it? Is what I want to know. Like, this is something I have to ask before continuing, because otherwise I'm gonna spiral out of, oh man, they hated it, it wasn't good. Earl,